Good evening. I just had to make this video. About 2 hours ago, there's this worldwide organisation that is not for profit called freecycle.org, and what you do is you go on there. They've got groups all over the world, or at least over this country and parts of Europe. I think they do in America and other places. Highly recommended. And what it is my auntie wanted a desktop computer fixing, which I've offered to do and have done for free, obviously, because it's my family. But I need to test it, and I've got a monitor, and I've long since stopped using the cable that goes in between the monitor and the desktop tower PC, which is kind of like it's four-sided, and it has two diagonal sides to it and 3 rows of pins, usually with blue plastic ends that you've got little screw in. Anyway, I think you'll know which one I mean. And it goes in between the tower and the monitor, just to test whether the graphics card that I've replaced and put back together and everything works okay. So I haven't got one of these, and they're anywhere between £5 and £15 from a computer shop, and it's a bit much to spend just for one test. So I asked on FreeCycle whether anybody had a spare one knocking around in my local area that I could go within walking distance, say the next town and this town and the surrounding villages. And within 2 hours I got this guy who emailed me just to make sure that I was after the right RC some, I can't remember now, but it's in my emails. And then he drew a little diagram of it and gave a description of it, and I said, yeah, that's the one. If you've got a spare one, I will walk to wherever you are and collect it. And then he emails me back, and this is what he says. He says, well, at the moment I live in Keighley, but me and my wife have got the day off work tomorrow, and it's a nice drive over. How about we pick a time and I drive all the way over from Keighley to drop you off this cable? So I've looked at Keighley, I know where it is approximately. It's a 30-minute drive, yeah, one way. It's over 12 miles away. So this guy who doesn't know me, right, and he lives half an hour away, 12 miles away, and this area as well, at the wrong time of day, it's a really densely populated area, and it can be a right pain to navigate. He's offered on his and his wife's day off to drive all the way over, 25 mile round trip at his own cost. This is all for free, by the way, just as a random act of kindness to give me or loan me a cable to test whether I put the graphics card back in correctly. I mean, obviously I've had to email him back politely and say that's really nice of you, but that's just too much. You know, what I've been doing is I've been checking the charity shops, and what I'll end up doing probably is just buying a really cheap Chinese one off eBay for like 99 pence or $2 or whatever it is, and then just waiting for it to arrive. So I emailed him back, and I sent him a real long email saying how randomly nice that was and how good of him it was to even offer to do such a thing, and all this, and how I would not accept him to come all the way over from Keighley just to drop me off a $10 cable. But that just goes to show you that there absolutely are decent people out there that are prepared to help each other out without even meeting them, just off the internet, just off a website called FreeCycle. You know, I dare say maybe a few hundred people had seen that wanted ad, because I posted it up as a wanted ad, and as soon as people see wanted, a lot of the time they stop reading. But it just takes one person, doesn't it, to read and go above and beyond. Like, as soon as he realised I lived in Otley, which I told him right from the start, he didn't have to then go any further than that. He went out of his way to offer to spend his own time on his day off and his wife's day off. I mean, he did say it was a nice drive, and he might have made an excuse to visit where I live anyway, because there's like a park here and shops and stuff. Make a day of it, they say. But yeah, it just takes one person to go above and beyond, and I thought that's a really nice thing. So that's all I've got to share with you today, and good on that man to do such a thing for somebody for no benefit, no monetary gain, no benefit whatsoever. And I strongly recommend, if you haven't already, logging on and signing up to this site called FreeCycle. It stops, also what it does, it stops people throwing stuff in landfills, and posting stuff on there that is not really worth any money, but doesn't have to be thrown away. Or you can, if you're in need of something that isn't necessarily worth a lot of money, but it saves you buying a new one, you can do a wanted item as well as a up for grabs item. So yeah, freecycle.org, look it up. See you later.